Hello and welcome back to Vostrum, the Arcane Law. We're on episode 5 now. We've done 5 episodes. So let me fill you in what has happened so far. So the adventurers ended up shipwrecked on an island that they found out the Order were doing some dodgy things on the island. And as such, they have started venturing up the mountain to try to find the guardian of this island. Along the way, they've had a few dangerous encounters. The most recent one, and what happened in the last session, was that they found a giant crocodile that was already fighting some lizard folk, and the adventurers decided they would help the lizard folks and would try to defeat the giant crocodile that had been magically enhanced by one of the gems on the island. As a reward, the lizard folk gave them a potion of strength, saying that they fought valiantly but could use a potion of strength for some of their party members. They then continued investigating the gem and found out a little bit more about what they could do with said gem that they had shaved off already. As they got on their way, they then saw that there were a lot more ships of the Order making their way to the island. And a little later, Fop heard in his head that the Order had somehow found out that he had slit the throat of 3 guards who were tied up, and said that they were going to come and find them. As they continued up, they then found an injured Aarakocra who had one wing that was unable to be used, as he had been attacked by harpies but managed to get away. He explained to them that further up the mountain there is a monastery, which is where he is trying to make his way back to, and the party have agreed to help him up as long as they can go to the monastery and hopefully refuel and continue their way up the mountain. But we left off at the very end with Fop having the same voice in his head again, saying, "We've got your scent and the hounds are coming." So that is where we will pick up. So the first question is for you, Fop. What do you do when you hear that in your head?
Well, I think I was a little bit hesitant at first, but this is not the first time I've heard it now. So I'm just going to quickly exposition dump on everybody what I've heard, including our new guest, and explain that we're being hunted. We are definitely being hunted. Can I ask the this chap here that's with us if
Duelist.
he knows anything about
it? So he will say, "I know of no hounds, but we still have a few days till we get to the monastery, so we need to make haste if you are being hunted, as you say."
You know what? I couldn't agree more. Let's just get going.
Yeah, so you've already packed up the camp and started on your way, and it's becoming very clear that in his injured state, he is a little bit slower than the rest of you. So unless you can think of a way of helping him along and hurrying him up, you are going to have to continue up the mountain at a slightly slower pace to keep up with the injured Aarakocra.
It'd be quicker if 2 of us had like one of his arms over our shoulder.
Or is he carrying anything that we could take?
Yeah, so if 2 stronger people were assisting him, you could make it go a bit stronger. Or yeah, if you took all of his belongings and stuff and you carried them instead, that would also make the pace a bit quicker.
I think we only have 1 strong person here.
We could use some survival skills to fashion a sled.
Yeah, you could try to put something that he could sit on together. Or one of the problems he's having is that he's obviously quite seriously injured a leg as well. So you could try to put like a splint together or something like that, so that he can not have to put as much weight on the leg that's injured.
Okay.
It's up to you what you would like to do.
Probably do both. Probably like having his things and try and make a splint.
Okay, who is going to attempt to make the splint?
How would you do it?
Yeah, what do we need?
Survival, it would be.
Dren.
Oh,
Survival and/or medicine.
I think mine's good. Hold on.
Allow me.
Oh
Wait.
wait, we forgot you don't roll very
Mine's
well.
+3.
Mine +5.
Okay, you do it. You do it. Fine.
Go for it, Fop. Well, a survival roll.
Roll a big one.
Go on then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'll do. That's
So,
fine.
your time helping some of the injured on the ships that you've been on in your time means that out of very little materials you can put together slings and splints and stuff like that quite well. So you managed to find some wood that would do, some vines that would do to wrap it up, and fasten together a pretty good splint that you think is going to help him keep some of the weight off of his injured leg.
There you go.
As the rest of you take his satchel and take some of his camping gear so that you can help him carry them up the mountain. And it seems like it is going. He does manage to speed up a little bit and not go as slow as he was before. Okay. So the next day is pretty much going to go without any interruption. So is there any conversations or any preparation or anything you would like to do as the day goes on before you go ahead and take a rest? Or while you take a rest?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So yeah, the next day goes pretty much without interruption. You have some idle chit chat along the way and look out for hounds, but don't find anything that is dangerous. You make camp for the night and keep watch throughout the night, but nothing too exciting seems to happen other than some sounds of wildlife off in the distance. As you start to move the next day and you start continuing up the mountain, Pop, you have the best perception, I believe. You hear off ahead of all of you, you hear voices, but it becomes very clear that you don't understand the language. But they are very loud, as if they're shouting. They're quite high pitched in tone, and it's sort of as if someone was shouting orders, but in a language that you didn't understand. So it's quite aggressive sounding. But you hear this first, so you can stop the rest of the group.
God, I can hear some people, you know, but like, I don't know if it's people, but I can hear stuff.
In your head?
What does
No,
it sound
up
like?
ahead.
Speaking a different language?
Yeah, I think it must be.
As
Like
you all now
angry.
as you all now go quiet and the footsteps and the clanking of the pans and stuff stop, you can all hear this. It sounds like it's quite a little bit forward. It's not like really close to you. But yeah, there's definitely some high-pitched shouting that none of you understands the language that is being spoken.
We can't see what's speaking.
Not from your current vantage point.
Okay.
Shall we sneak up and have a peek?
Yes.
Who?
Okay, who is going to try that?
Who's got good stealth?
Dren?
Mine's 3.
Me.
Yes. A combined effort. You go way over there in your heavy armor. I'd like to do it separately from Alicia.
Clanker.
Okay.
We're here with
so,
our new friend.
So yeah, Alicia and I forgot his name already. Jesus. Dulis will stay at the back. Fop, are you going to join the stealth attempt to see
No.
what you can see? Okay,
No.
you're going to stay at the back as well. Okay, so Neri and Dren, give me stealth checks then. As you try to sneak forward to see what these voices are, you get a solid 12 and a solid 7.
Oh my.
Prepare for a fight.
Okay, so actually, I will roll some hidden. I believe I can do hidden rolls. Oh, okay, they've got quite low perception. Oh, okay. So as you get close enough to see what is making this noise, you realise that it is actually. Let me show you what it is.
Oh.
Ew.
So it is a bunch of goblins that seem to have made a fort on the top of an ogre. And the goblins are shouting orders and like whipping this ogre to go forward. And there's 2 of them, so there's 2 ogres, each with 4 goblins on the top. And it is, they're shouting orders and marching these ogres forward in pretty much in the direction you were going, but they're very slow, these ogres. And all of a sudden, Dren stands on a fallen branch. You hear it snap under his feet, and one of the goblins shouts something, but you still can't understand what they're saying because it's in a different language. And you see that the goblins start to pull the ogre into your direction, and then start to slowly shamble into the area where you 2 are. How would you like to react?
Is there anything else like nearby, like a camp or something that would be theirs?
You'll give me a quick perception check while you're trying to work out what you could do here. Nice. Okay, so you don't see a camp, but you do actually see that there is a dirt road. So it's the first time since you've been up in the mountain that you've seen something that resembles other civilization or other people here. And you see that you realise that they were actually walking along the road in the direction that you were looking to go, so like further up the mountain, before they started to turn off the road to come and see you.
Okay, so where they've come from, they've come along the road, and it's leading to where we're going to, but it's just come from a different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what would you 2 like to do?
Have they seen me?
They
just
haven't
heard
seen
the
you. They
noise?
just heard a noise, so they've started going in that direction.
Can I throw something? Is there anything near me I could throw to make another
Yeah,
noise?
there's loads of rocks and sticks and stuff. So you would like to throw to make a distraction, so they go in a different way.
Yes.
Okay, give me a. So if you do an unarmed attack, I believe. Actually, no. Give me a sleight of hand,
Okay, no problem.
which is in skills.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to throw. Your plan was to throw it over the top of them, so that it went the other side, and they would turn around and go the opposite direction. But you end up completely clocking that bigger ogre straight in the face with a stone. As you hear it like cry out, it's like ooh, and then they're like. They shout something at the ogre, and it starts to move even quicker in your direction now.
We need to leave.
Like
I
that.
start almost running away.
Okay, so you're going to turn and start
Yeah.
running back to the group.
Yep.
And I would do the same after I taunt it,
Okay.
as if
what you meant to
intentionally
do.
throwing the rock. Yeah.
Okay. You run back, jumping over fallen logs and over and through brushes, and get to the rest of the group. What do you say?
We need to go quick.
What's happened?
We may have, or one of us may have alerted
Oh,
ogres. And
Neri
some
kicked this rock and it
goblins.
went over to this thing, and it seems to be coming our way.
Oh god!
I tried to tell her to be careful.
You fool, Neri.
I just glare at Dren.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so
Sort of.
you're just trying to go off in a different direction
Yes.
to where they're coming
What's around us, other than the road, like in the direction we just came from? Is there
So
any
the direction you just came from, so as in going down the mountain, there you could go that way. The other alternative is there's some quite steep parts of the mountain that you could try to traverse quickly before they get here, which would still take you up the mountain, but it would just be harder to traverse, and you do have an injured Aracone
Yeah, how would
Yeah.
we
that
do
would
this,
struggle.
How would he?
Would you be
Yeah, that's
okay?
up to you. He wouldn't be able to just on his own, though. So
Okay.
you would need to assist him somehow. So yeah, they're sort of your two options without trying to hide. Is the other option, and like there's enough tool brush and stuff that you could try to hide.
Maybe we could try and hide and see what they're doing.
I could hide us.
They're after us. They're after you.
Dren, if only you had such good aim when we were actually in combat.
I don't think we're going to get too far with an injured member here, so I think the best bet is to try and hide.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're gonna make it foggy.
I'm gonna make it foggy.
Okay. If you all give me stealth checks then with advantage because of Fop's intervention, which means, Lycia, you would have a straight roll because you get disadvantage with
Oh,
your
good. Not so good.
stuff.
Oh.
Holy moly, you're
Yeah.
well.
Nice.
I need to do
course.
a roll for
Always roll well.
Julius as well. So let me do that quick. Okay, so it looks like with the intervention of this fog cloud that you see Fop summon, making it a very misty, foggy area of the jungle, you all now see then this bumbling ogre with goblins on a station at the top of it, over its shoulders, start to push its way through the trees and stuff. And then as soon as it gets to this foggy area, you hear them start to like bumble to each other, and you think they're probably not very intelligent creatures. And they sort of get to the edge of this fog cloud and look in a little bit, but don't manage to see any of you before they turn around and continue back the way that they've just come, back towards the roads that Dren and Neri saw. So it seems like you managed to evade them.
Well,
But yeah, they are still going in the direction you are looking to go.
Well done, Fop. That was very quick thinking.
thank you. Next time, don't be so heavy-footed.
Yes, sorry, it was all my fault.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Well, I think we need to climb up.
Did you say they're headed where we are, though?
Yeah, so if you wanted to go like the easy way up the mountain, that's the same way they're going. So they're going up the mountain, but you know that there's a road a bit further up.
Yeah.
Whereas there was the option for you to go up a steeper incline, which would involve a little bit of rock climbing to get up, which would go a different way to them, but still up the mountain.
I think we should go that way.
Julius, do you think that with some help you might be able to climb up there?
With help, maybe, but slowly.
Have we still got some rope? Maybe we
Yes.
can tie him up. Put him last.
Okay,
Fine by me.
is that what you'd like to do?
Yep.
Okay. So with tying him up and tying him to the rest of you, so you can all assist him and whatnot. This isn't a like completely upward incline, so it's just a little bit harder. So you can traverse it fairly easily, but it does put a bit more time on how long it was going to take you to get to the point you were going towards. And as you get to the next sort of flat point, you see torches off in the distance. You can see them just between some of the trees. You see torches, and then you see a top of a wooden building with a thatched roof. And it looks like there's an actual settlement ahead that you have managed to stumble upon.
Did we check this out quickly?
Yeah.
Everyone give me a history check as well, actually, as you can
Ooh.
see these buildings.
Oh. Oh, that wasn't mine. It was even worse than that.
very nice. Fop. Okay, so Fop, with being well travelled across different places and going in the wilderness every now and again, this structure is definitely an orc-made structure. Orcs generally are not good.
Okay. So if the goblins riding an ogre wasn't bad enough, then orcs live here too.
Okay, maybe we don't check this out then.
I don't know if we would be able to survive a scrap. I think we should try and just sneak past.
Orcs are great guys.
Are you friendly with them, are you?
Yeah, well, what? Only one.
Oh,
Just
Who's that?
he was a great guy.
typical that the vermin of the earth would be friends with you.
Regardless of who you're friends with, don't really have time to deal with this and hounds and the order. So I suggest we just make a move.
Yeah, let's go.
So you can like scurry around the edge of this settlement and continue on your way. There's a clear way you could do that, if you would like.
Let's do it.
Okay. Are you still gonna continue to try to sneak, or are you just gonna start walking at this point?
I
think
Hey, are we
walk
to get
around.
caught if we don't sneak?
You would so you would know that orcs would like go on hunting patrols and stuff like that in order to gather food and whatnot. So although you're not going into the settlement, there's a chance they would be in the surrounding area looking for food and stuff like that. So
Yes, try and be a bit stealthy then.
Yeah.
okay, everyone, give me another stealth check then. You will have disadvantage, Alicia, in
Okay.
your armor. Oh, no, Fop.
That one's dice has landed right on my.
Oh,
Hang on. There we go.
Nice. Okay, so average is cool. Okay, so as you traverse around the edge and then continue up the mountain, you do not see any sort of hunting parties or anything like that. But you do, as you get just far enough away from the settlement, you do hear the definite sounds of fighting happening. You hear that swords start to clash, shields, stuff starts getting thrown. There's a lot of shouting going on, as if that settlement has just started fighting with something, or people near the settlement, I'm guessing.
The orc one.
Yeah, the orc settlement that you've just gone past.
Let's take a look. Can we take a look?
But well, yeah, I was going to say it's up to you if you want to just continue on your way up the mountain or go back and try and
we
see
have
what's
to go
happening.
back, do we?
Take a quick
Yeah,
look.
it's like well, when I say go back, I mean like a minute, 30 seconds, a minute backwards. You've only just got away from that sort of vicinity. It's up to you.
We take a look.
It might be for
So,
the best.
hang
It
on.
might be the order.
I guess.
That's the spirit. Back we go. Then I walk back 30 seconds, which is probably 5 meters.
Yeah.
Put my hand up to my forehead, like I'm gazing into the distance.
Okay.
What do I see?
So, as you go back and you poke your head past all of the woodland, you see that the two ogre goblin thingies have just started attacking this camp. And there seems to be a battle between around about 12 orcs and these 8 goblins riding 2 ogres. Seems to just be happening. You see that there's arrows flying, there's swords clashing, the ogres are like picking up big old boulders and lobbing them, and yeah, it just seems like a bit of mayhem has just happened here that you've just dodged.
I really don't think we should get involved in this.
No?
it's so
Well-
violent. Look,
Whose side would you fight with? We don't.
side
They're just creatures.
beasts.
As we have more pressing matters.
maybe they have a witch doctor who can heal our friend.
Or we could get
I
him back
doubt
to
it.
his home where people could heal him there.
Duelist would say, I am not able to fight if you do decide to fight.
They would rip our heads off in seconds.
Let's leave.
Okay. Are you all agreed that you're leaving?
Yeah.
Jen,
Shaking
I'm
my
asking
head.
maybe?
Yes.
We're agreed.
You're outvoted here.
Okay, so you walk away, still hearing the sounds of battle behind as it gets fainter and fainter the further you walk away from the orc encampment. You continue walking for some time before it gets darker, and you have to set up camp once again. Is there anything on this day that you would like to talk about or achieve before you sleep?
When Barry told us about, well, what did you tell us, Bob, about the thing you heard in your head exactly?
So, firstly, I said that I thought I was feeling a but then the second time, I essentially explained what I heard.
So you just didn't say why, like, because you think you know why. I'm guessing.
No, I don't know why.
Okay.
It's just a voice in my head.
And the last time it said, we have your scent and the hounds are coming.
Okay.
Yep.
So did you tell us you don't know why you're being hunted already?
I mean, no, we never really talked about it.
Okay.
All I've said is that I heard a voice in my head and it's saying that we're being hunted.
Okay. Fop. Why do you think you're the one who knows that we're being hunted, if it's all of us?
I have no idea.
Who said
Why are
it's
you
all of us?
laughing? This is no laughing matter.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. One minute I'm walking through the jungle with you guys, plodding along. The next minute, got this big scary voice in my head telling it's got my scent.
Well, I don't think this would be completely random. Have you done something to upset someone?
No,
That's a yes.
no, it's not possible for
What did
anybody
you
to be
do?
upset by anything I've done.
What did you do?
It's not possible for
What did you
anybody
do?
to be upset from anything I've done.
But this entire time, what could he possibly have done?
I'm not lying to you. It's not possible for anyone to be upset.
Why were you in prison again?
Or are you in prison again?
I'm not being
I
hunted.
have done nothing but a gift to this party, thank you. You do not need to turn on me.
Okay, I was on your side, but now you're getting quite defensive.
Well,
Do
wouldn't
we
you?
do insight checks against each other in this?
No, not in this scenario.
Well, I'm suspicious.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
can
let that be known.
you can make your own conclusions as to what you think about Fop's answers.
Fop, have you heard anything today?
Just what I heard the last time I told you. No new information.
Okay. Interesting. So it's just in the evening? When you're sleeping?
Yes.
The last one was in the morning, but yeah.
Would you like me to conjure a small bit of light so you can point it into my eyes?
I'm not sure I want you to do anything at this stage.
Scolded.
Well, anyone
As
want
you-
anything to eat? Wait, sorry, Joe. I've got to cook first.
Oh,
What
no.
wildlife is around me? I'm not letting
Are you
anyone
gonna
answer.
go hunting?
Yeah, I'm not letting anyone answer if they want food or not. I suddenly just say that and then leave.
Go off. Okay. Give me a survival. Whoa.
Oh yeah, this is my speciality.
We'll see. So you spend far too long out trying to find something, and all you really end up finding is some birds up in trees. If you would like to try to somehow get one of them, You find quite a few sort of insect type creatures that you've never come across before over on the mainland. That you could try cooking up one of them.
How big are they?
And they're like scorpion size, so pretty small. And you also do find some bushes that have some varieties of berries that, once again, you've never come across on the mainland.
Okay. Well, I'll grab some berries and I'll attempt to shoot down a bird,
Okay,
if I may.
give me a attack roll then. Do you need something to attack? I
Yes,
believe,
please.
don't you? So let's
do.
check. Lizard folk next to you.
Zoom in so I make sure I don't attack the wrong person. Yes.
Oh, natural 20. What a
That's
what a
what I
natural
on.
20.
I know,
Worth
on a
it.
fucking bird.
Well, you solidly get the bird in it, and you get it in such a way that it falls to the ground, but you haven't actually pierced any of like the good meat. You get it straight through the head, the part that you generally wouldn't eat. So you've got the whole body to be able to eat, and it was a parrot. It was a parrot that you shot.
Aw.
Oh, Jesus. How can, is it like a giant parrot? Can we say it's a giant parrot so everyone can be fed?
It's big enough to feed all of you.
Okay, excellent. Then I go back to the camp with my parrot, my clean kill, and my berries. You're in for a treat. Stand back, Julius. You go to bed. I'll bring you some berries.
Oh, okay. I would rather not eat those berries, though. If you have others.
Yep. I'll get some more. You hurry off now. I'm holding the parrot like behind my back so you can't see it.
Okay.
What colour berries do you like?
The purple ones. They are safe.
Oh, I look in my hand. What ones have I got?
You've got some like olive green type color berries.
No, you colourblind?
They. I don't know. Could be. I thought they
Guess
were.
you'd
I
never
thought they
know.
were.
Those
Good.
are not purple.
I thought they were red. Are these ones okay?
They are quite chewy. We generally haven't tried them before because they're not nice. But if you just want sustenance, they might be okay.
That'll be nice when I'm done with them. Don't you worry. You get yourself off to bed, Julius. I'll bring it into you.
Okay. He's like very wary of what the hell you're going to bring him.
Right, while he's turned his back, I bring out the parrot silently and triumphantly and sort of wave it around,
Okay. So you're
And then-
hiding the parrot from him.
hiding the bird from the bird. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I will now cook the parrot and make a berry. How do you make a compote? Can I make a compote? A berry compote?
I have absolutely no
I don't know how
idea.
to make that.
But if you give me a survival roll, we will see.
I was thinking something
Pretty sure you
fancy
just
with
mash it up,
berries.
right?
Yeah, I
Berries,
think
yeah.
so, but I'm just wondering if there's a ingredient I don't have.
Sugar.
Survival.
Creme
I said,
fraiche.
for it to be nice, sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have creme fraiche. I've got dirt.
You have
Oh,
not
no.
had much luck when it comes to cooking, and you obviously have never cooked a parrot before. And once again, you start to burn the skin of the parrot, and then as you take it off, the center's still not fully cooked, so you have to like put it back on and burn the skin a little bit more just to get the center right. And you essentially mash berries on top because you don't know how to make a compote.
Mashed berry.
Mashed berry on top. So you have a overcooked parrot with mashed berries on top.
Anyone?
No, thank you.
Yeah, this looks great.
Thank you. Here you go. I give Fop a hearty portion. considering
Okay.
Neri's declined. Alicia, care for some beautifully cooked parrots and compote?
Okay.
Fantastic. I dish up some for Alicia on a large leaf and hand it over. The compote's dripping off. There you go.
Nice. What do you give to Dulis?
I will give him just a little bit of compote.
Okay. You give
All
him
of it, in
some
fact. All of it. I'll give it.
berries.
Yeah. Here you go,
Nice.
Julius. My finest delicacy. Just for you.
Thank you. I will eat it all up.
That's it. And now I'll just stand there waiting for him to actually eat it.
He has like a tiny bite and is like, yes, much delicacy. Very, very nice.
I have a slowly growing smile on my face and my eyes are getting larger as he eats his first bite, and I'm waiting for him to eat more. Please, please.
He's like waiting for you to leave, and he's like,
Tuck in.
okay. And he takes like another really small bite, continuing to sort of like watch you to see if you're gonna leave. And he's like takes another small bite, and you can see like something gets stuck in his teeth. He's like has to pick it out of his teeth and then spit it out.
Sorry about that. Just some skin. Please, don't make me stop you.
He manages to, if you're literally going to stay there for the whole time, he will
I am.
very politely eat all of this berry concoction that you've made
Poor thing.
until he puts the bowl down by his side, and he's like doing that overly reactive, rubbing his belly, going, yes, very
yes.
nice, thank you.
Good, good. Well, I've got some more berries, so would you like any more?
No, they're quite rich. They have made me full for now.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll save those for breakfast. Don't you worry. And I leave the tent without letting him respond.
Okay.
And I'm really happy with myself. I'm really happy. Guys, Judas loved the compote. He said it was the best thing he ever had.
Then he's a liar. A
How-
fool.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Good one. Good one. How did you find it?
It was okay.
Okay, okay. Alicia?
Was different. I've never had parrots before.
Same. Yeah, well, I guess I'll tuck in now. And I just take it and go into my tent.
Okay. Would anyone else like to achieve anything this evening or this night?
I'm gonna give poor Julius some water.
He said, thank you so much.
Do you need some rations? I've got some rations.
Oh yes, please, please. You have an exchange with Dulis where you sneak him some actual food he could have some substance for. Okay, and then the night goes without any sort of interruption yet again while each of you take your watch. And as you start waking up, Julius says, today we should be able to finally get to the temple, to the monastery.
Very good. How long do you think it'll take?
Only a few hours before lunch we will be there, I think.
Lunch? Yes.
Usually I do not take the ground to get there. I fly, so not completely sure, but quite sure.
Okay, perfect. We'll just get
Let's
going.
continue. When we get there, if you let me go first, they are not usually very happy with strangers turning up.
No problem.
Very protective.
Fair enough.
Okay. You continue on your way. Before you get to the place, is there anything you guys would like to do? To prepare or to talk about?
Did you hear anything, Bob, this morning?
No, nothing to report.
Very strange.
Hmm.
Guess we just carry on being vigilant and hope nothing gets us while we're on our way.
Listen, when we get to the monastery, do you think we should discuss the gem dragon with anybody there?
They might know something.
But they might also not let us leave if they think it's dangerous or something.
It's okay. I've got some compote. So I think when we go there, I'll offer it up as a gift, and then they will be indebted to us, especially for helping Julius get back to the camp.
That's a good
I think
point.
you can trust them.
That's a lovely idea.
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna
Yes.
take one look at the dirt and berries and be like, "Oh my, yes, let's help these people."
Exactly. Now, obviously, I know you guys are looking forward to having some for breakfast, but unfortunately, I think I'll save it.
Well, we still have some other things we could make an offering with.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's not compote.
That's not shiny, is it?
I'm going to look at Neri and be like, anyway,
Yes.
we don't know anything about this island, anything about the crystals. They might know something we don't know, and we either put our trust in them or keep trying to run from the order. We don't really
yeah.
have too many options.
I guess it can't hurt too much. We can try.
You never know, they might actually know something about these crystals and know something about the Guardian.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you having this conversation away from Dulis? Do you like try to get
Yeah.
away from him a bit beforehand?
Yeah.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so you continue on your way, and before long, in a little while, there is actually a pathway that has been constructed, and there's some steps that have been constructed out of stone that make it a little bit easier to traverse to get further up the mountain. And then you see off in the distance that there is a pretty large temple, and it's got a very Chinese style to it. It's got like those roofs which dip, and I can't remember what they're called, the Chinese style temples. But yeah, it's got those roofs that sort of are red and dip with the points that have lanterns hanging off of and stuff like that. And as you get there, you see that there are quite a few guards on the outside of the entrance of this temple. And it's pretty big. And Julius will gesture to let him go forwards first as he starts to walk up the stairs to this temple ahead of you. As he gets to these guards, he starts talking a language to them that none of you understand. As one of them nods and then goes inside the doors of the temple, and then comes out a few seconds later and gestures for you all to come into the temple,
Okay.
which I assume you do.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
let me change map. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
Oh.
They've got a green one.
So as you walk through the front door, you see to the right there's a little prayer area. There are prayer stalls that seem to be lined up in front of some big statue. But the thing that catches your eyes immediately is that jutting out of the ground in the middle of this large temple floor is a jade, a green-coloured gem that seems to be almost touching the ceiling, maybe around about 80 foot high of this temple. So a huge thing that's coming out of the ground. And then the next thing to catch your attention is that next to the gem, there is a table that has a load of powder on it that has obviously been scraped off of the gem. And one of the Arakokra is being given a tattoo made out of that powder on the table in front of the gem.
Oh.
And then Dulis walks up to this person that I will just share a picture of. So it is another Arakokra, but this is an owl Arakokra. So it has obvious owl features, and he's wearing a big gown and has a big owl staff that has two jades in the eyes of the staff. And he slowly walks towards you, and he says, "Thank you very much for bringing Dulis back to us. We were afraid that the worst has happened. You can stay here for shelter, of course. We have some food from our hunting that you are welcome to have yourself."
Thank you so much.
Hello, Great One. I shoved past. Thought, please accept my offering. I bow my head and produce the compote.
Okay.
Slightly
While I'm
off,
behind
yeah.
him, I'm definitely shaking my head.
He is like, very nice. This will be quite helpful for Julius here, actually. And he takes it, and you see him once again in a different language that you don't understand. He calls someone over, and they come and they take this bowl of compote, as you're calling it, and walk off. And he says, "Julius, make sure to go with him. That will aid in your recovery." And Julius nods his head before making his way down here with the guy.
I look confused.
Okay.
I'm not sure why he didn't eat it.
He will notice the confusion on your face, and he will say, they are not to be eaten. They are like medicine for rubbing on your skin. It helps in the healing process."
Oh, interesting.
I thought you knew that, and
Yes.
that is why you provided it.
Yes, of course I knew. Of course I knew that.
He's like,
Yes.
"Of course you did." Well, come, let's take a seat, and we will make sure to get you some food. If you come here, we will get an extra chair by the fire for you, and he'll bring you to the other side of the gem. In fact, I'll move you all over there as well. And as you get around this side of the gem, you notice that there is some stairs that seem to go below the gem, which is strange. But you notice that as you come around this side. And he says, he talks to someone in a different language again, and they rush off to go and get you some food. And he pulls extra seats, so there's 4 seats for all of you, and he stands just off to the side. He says, "It is not often we get people this high on the mountain. What business do you have here?" As you all go silent.
Mary?
Yeah,
Well,
I nudge Nuri.
if, to be completely honest, we are looking for a gem dragon.
As you say that, his already wide owl eyes get a little bit wider.
I'm trying to
They
speak
go-
quietly so no one else, if there was anyone else around, could hear.
Okay. They say, "You search for a gem dragon for what reason?"
I'm just going to look at anyone else.
Just gives it an awkward glance around the
Yeah.
group.
We're being hunted.
That's
He
a
is like,
separate issue.
he's,
Nothing to worry about.
Well, it sounds like it might be something to worry about, seeing as you came to our place of sanctuary, and you are being hunted by a gem dragon.
Can I
Wait,
go over
no.
to the owl man thing,
Yeah.
stand next to him, and whisper to him? A couple of these guys are they're having some issues. I think they're hearing things. They might be going a little bit crazy. They haven't spoken to people in a while, and they're just they're just getting lost in their own minds.
Okay. Can you give me a persuasion roll or a deception roll, depending on if you actually believe that's what's happening or not?
Well,
I'm not
It's
crazy.
a bit of both. It's not Dren, it's Fop.
Do you have a modifier on either of them or not?
Yeah, my
Really?
persuasion's good.
Okay, yeah, do a persuasion then. Nice. Okay, he nods and it seems to have calmed him a bit. You saw him getting a bit agitated when you said you were being hunted, and he took it as you were being hunted by a gem dragon. So he was
Yeah, I would
even.
clarify that as well.
Okay. He was like, okay. I see. Well, let's make sure they get some good rest while they are here. Maybe their minds will sort themselves out a bit. I am still intrigued why you seek a gem dragon.
Well, we were told about it recently, and there's a lot of things on this island, these crystals, gems, and we're just trying to get information.
I see. Okay. How long have you been on this island?
How long have
Too
we
long.
been on this island?
Maybe a
4
week.
days?
Yeah,
Week, maybe?
about a week now.
Okay, about a week.
A week, and you already know about gem dragons.
Well, like I said, we just happened to be told about it recently, and we know a little bit about some of the crystals. Maybe you could tell us about this one you have here. It's very impressive.
Are you one of the members of the Order?
No.
No.
We're
Definitely
researchers.
This is gonna stick, isn't it?
I'm keeping
Many.
up an eye.
I'm gonna hit him right in the back of the head.
We have witnessed many ships land on this island, bearing the flag of the Order. We feel like they could threaten what has been peaceful here. Are you here with them?
No. We didn't mean to necessarily come to this island, and we do not agree with the Order and what they are doing.
Give me a persuasion check with that one. See how well he believes you.
Where is it?
He says, well, the Order being here could cause issues. I believe they have already started to extract a gem that is not theirs to extract, which
Yes,
could
that is
be
correct.
dangerous. It is correct? You have
We
seen
have
the
witnessed
Order?
it.
Yes, we have.
And they were extracting a gem?
I don't know if they were extracting. They were trying to, but I'm not sure how far they got with it. They didn't seem to really know what they were doing.
I see. Come with me. And he walks his way towards the stairs.
Okay, we'll follow.
Okay.
Are you all following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So he takes you down these stairs, and they go for quite a while. Like you must be quite far underground before it opens up into a sort of very circular cavern. It's obviously been carved out, and along the walls there are paintings. And as you look up and the torches on the wall flicker, you see that underneath this gem, which is where it's been dug out to, there is a crystallized dragon. So it's a dragon that is encased in jade. And is curled up and either sleeping or dead.
Okay.
And he starts pointing at one of the paintings and then sort of follows this big painting that goes around this circular wall. And he says, "These gem are not merely just gems of nature. They are the power, the essence of gem dragons that are no more, that have died. They come to this island to rest, where their power will live on. If the Order gets these gems, gets the power from these gem dragons, it could be dangerous to civilization. And he continues around this painting where it's sort of depicting an island full of gems and dragons flying to the island. Legend says that they come to this island because there is a guardian here that will defend their magic even after death. So they come to this island to pass when their time has come, hoping that their power will not be taken and used by mortals. We make sure to only use scrapings of the power, as each year it grows in size. If you take too much, it does not grow. So we take just enough to be able to empower ourselves to help this island, rather than to hinder it. And as of yet, this legendary guardian has not caused us trouble. But if the Order do come looking to extract large quantities of the gem, who knows what this guardian will do?
Okay. Well, you should know that the Order where we first were have been taking large parts of the crystal.
This is dire news. How much do you think?
More men are coming. More boats are coming. It's just a matter of time.
This does not sound good,
No.
but I am yet to see or hear of this guardian that legend speaks of. Legends say that it would awaken and deal with threats immediately. Maybe legend is wrong.
Maybe it could be in some sort of trouble.
That is true. But we do not know where this guardian lies, where the guardian lives. We merely respect the gem dragon's power. One of ours did have visions recently. That's the reason we knew the Order were here. They had visions of a ship arriving with people looking to extract the gems. And this same member of our Order had visions of the Guardian, but in trouble. I will have to speak to him and get clear answers as to what their vision was. Until now, we thought it just a dream. But maybe there is more weight to it than we first thought.
Perhaps. Well, we'd appreciate it if you could get back to us. Maybe we can find out what's going on.
Yes. This is interesting times that you have turned up now. Well,
Sorry to interrupt you, but this legend you speak of, what is it exactly? Like,
the legends say that across the whole globe, there has only ever been one obsidian dragon. The most powerful of all the gem dragons. dragons. Lots of people believe that as this is the place that the gem dragons lie when they are looking to the past the other side, that this is the home of the one obsidian dragon, the only dragon powerful enough to be able to defend the whole island, while the rest of the gem dragons sleep and rest for eternity. You can all give me a history check if you like, or anyone that thinks they would know stuff about dragons anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
While we do that, I, with no one looking, take out a small book from my boot, and in it is harpy, and what else have I eaten? Parrot, and the other thing I've eaten that I've forgotten. And they've got ticks next to them.
Crocodile.
And ogre's written down, but that's crossed out because we didn't get that. I'm writing down obsidian dragon, and then I quickly put the book back in my boot.
And
And then
your
I'll just roll it.
tropical cookbook.
Yes. Don't know why I bother.
Okay, well, the only so none of you know any more information than what he's given you. So Fop, you will have heard of legend of an obsidian dragon and have known that there was the legend says there's only one obsidian dragon. But yeah, you don't know any more information than what he gave you. He continues saying, but this is just legend. No one knows if this is the truth.
of course. Well, it's still very interesting to bear in mind.
Indeed. And if this vision that one of my members has had helps, we will see if we can help the Guardian.
Definitely.
And he gestures to lead you back up to the temple above the stone. And as you leave, you take one last glance at this dragon that is encased in jade, and as you see it, you realise that it must have been an absolutely ginormous size when it was living, as it's curled up and it is still massive. Before you ascend the stairs and come out, and just on time, food is brought out on a tray to you all.
So happy.
Eat. I will go and talk to the Vision member and see what more information they could tell.
Thank you very much.
And he wanders off.
Cool.
Is there anything you would like to discuss while he is gone?
So,
Not particularly, not right
Take
now.
that. So no, if no one wants to say anything.
No.
Okay. Well, you eat this. It's like a stew of some variety. It's not got meat in it. It's a vegetable stew that has been brought to you, and all of you like it except maybe Dren will judge it for its imperfections until he comes back, and he says, "So it would seem that in his visions he saw the Guardian at the top of the mountain.
Anything else?
It is a long way up, and all he could see was darkness in this vision, as if the Guardian was unable to get out of the darkness. But he couldn't make the features or anything out of the Guardian. He said it was almost like there was a magical sphere of darkness and noises of the Guardian trying to escape, but being unable."
Okay, that is troubling.
He said it was near the top of the mountain, in a sort of lair or cave.
Any particular indications of which cave or which area?
All he said was the peak of the mountain, as high as you can go.
Okay, that shouldn't be too hard to discover then.
I do not think it is just by chance that a sorcerer with dragon scales covering her body turns up in a time where a legendary dragon is possibly in need. I believe something more powerful than the magics we wield has brought you here now in this time of need for the dragon kind.
Perhaps you are right. I have not been sent, though.
Yes, the fates have an interesting way of sending people without them knowing. He looks around all of you. He says, I believe that this is your mission to complete. And as such, I would like to give you aid. And out of the door just below him, there comes 4 Arakokra that are carrying it's sort of like a rug, but it's made out of bird feathers, all white, all very white in complexion, and it is it's like rolled up like a rug would be, and then it's unfolded on the floor just in front of him. And he says, this is of magic in nature. It is one of our prized possessions, but I believe it will help you greatly. With this carpet, you will be able to fly. It will make your ascent up the mountain much quicker than if you had to walk.
This is very generous of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How does it work?
He pulls out of his pouch another feather that is quite obviously one of his own feathers, and he whispers something to it in a arcane nature, but in a different language, and then he passes it to you, Neri, and he says, if you speak the command word into this feather, the rest will follow suit, and you will be able to fly and command it which direction it can go.
Okay. What is the word?
So he says the word for fly in their language, which is Vostrum.
Vostrum. Okay.
Usually this carpet would only be big enough for 2 people, but it will fit all 4 of you at a slower pace. But be aware that if there is an instance where only 2 of you need it, or 2 of you are on it, it will fly at a faster speed than when all 4 are on it.
Question?
Yes.
Why do you have a flying carpet? You can fly, can't you?
Yes, these are made out of feathers from Arakokras of past. When each time one of the members of the Jade Wing passes to the afterlife, we take a token, a feather of theirs, to imbue into this carpet. So I hope you understand the importance of this carpet to us, and that one day, once you have completed your mission, we would very much appreciate that it is returned, because it has more importance to us than merely a magic carpet. It is of our ancestors' power.
We understand. We will try our very best to return it to you.
Thank you. You can rest here until you are ready to leave. Use our supplies. And please do let us know if there's anything else we can do for you.
Yes, thank you very much.
He nods before wandering off through the door to the north of you all. And you see Julius walks over as he sees that you're alone, and he says, "Thank you for helping. Now I am back. I can heal fully."
Not a problem.
And he sort of gives a slight awkward bow while he has his splint on that you've made. And now he's been given like an actual bandage sling as well that is also helping his broken wing. And he walks off back through this door again.
Okay.
Right. What would you all like to do?
I would say to the group, I think we should try and keep the whole being hunted thing on the down low.
I agree.
Agree.
Good.
Yes. You were floundering, okay? I was trying to help.
Right.
We should try and keep an eye out. Didn't really think about it until he said it, but we have technically brought the danger here.
Yes, maybe we should leave as soon as we can.
First thing in the morning?
Yes, good plan.
I've just put the flying carpet into your inventory, Neri. Now I've put the information into the chat so everyone can see how it works.
Yes.
So you will be over the carrying capacity, so it will fly at 30 feet. But if there were only 2 of you on it, it would fly at 60 feet.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
What about if there's 3 people on it?
Then it's 30 feet.
Oh. Okay.
Unless so essentially small, so like halflings and gnomes would weigh less. So
Yeah.
3 of them would be the same as 2 humans.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's the easiest way to think of it. But it does have the weight in pounds on the sheet there as well, if you did need to work it out. I think both Fop and Alicia weigh quite a bit with all of their with all of Alicia's equipment and stuff as well.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, what would you like to do before you start on your way?
I actually wanted to ask about the tattoo thing they were doing when we came in.
Yeah.
But I forgot. So can I go and find the owl guy?
Yeah, we'll say he walks past at one point, and you can call him over.
Oh, okay. I just had a quick question about the tattoo thing that you do here. If you could
Yes.
tell us.
Once someone has completed their trials and becomes a full-fledged member of the Jade Wing, we imbue them with power from the dragons themselves, and gestures to the big crystal jutting out of the ground. The powers always manifest in different ways depending on how the person's body takes the tattoo, but generally it is for the better. The only way we could offer you such tattoos is if you became a member of the Jade Wing, but that would mean a life in servitude to the gain of knowledge. That is what this place stands for, continuing to grow your knowledge across the world and bring it back here for us to grow in our understanding of how the world works.
Okay.
I like why he's saying that. Me and Dren are just glassy-eyed, lost the will to live.
Yeah.
No interest.
Yeah.
We can imbue tattoos with other substances as well. That's the only way we will imbue someone with the jade from this crystal is if they become a member of our jade wing.
Okay, so you could, for instance, use a different crystal.
Yes, we could.
Okay.
Dragon magic is chaotic in nature, so there's no way we can control how it affects the body. But generally, if the right amount is applied via a tattoo, the effect it will have will be a positive effect. But what the effect is exactly depends on the gem type and the body of the person it is being put onto.
See. Well, thank you for the information.
That is
I was
okay.
just curious.
Not a problem. If you have anything else, just ask.
Thank you.
He continues his way.
You made it look like you ran away.
He sprints
We
away.
did. Asked too many questions.
It's like, God damn these people.
Okay.
Yes. Anything else you'd like to discuss or do while you're here?
Can I come inside?
What was that, sorry, Fop?
Can I come inside?
Come inside where?
Like on the screen, I'm stuck outside
Oh, are you?
on the map.
Our game was paused, that might be why.
I see you.
Can
next
you all
to
see
me.
inside?
Yeah, you're next to
Yeah.
us.
I've
You're
just
next
been
to us
stood
all
on the
the
grass
time.
this entire time. Just
You've
chilling out.
not seen him.
Disappeared now.
I want to come in and see what
Away.
it's like.
I've just moved you back in again. Did that help at all?
No, I gotta do it.
Bob's been outside this whole time. We left him out.
Did you? Can you see it now? Sorry.
I'm looking for the door.
You're looking through the
I
door. Can you
found it. I'm
move?
in. Hey
Why
guys.
is there two of you?
Oh, there's
Oh,
two
God.
Fops. That's all right.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
A lot.
Oh, you must have dragged in the fake fop when you pulled us all in.
Is that what the
God.
jade crystal does?
I got lost outside.
Who's his imposter?
I didn't realise there were two Fops. My bad. I must have put two on the map by accident.
What the hell is that?
We'll say Fop was here for the full time. Didn't just have a nap outside. Yeah, is there anything you guys would like to talk about or do while you were here?
Do we have any crystals on us?
Well, yes, I was asking about the tattooing, but then I realized if we showed massive chunks of crystal that they don't want being extracted, that they might not think very highly of that.
That's
What do-
very true, but also in our defence, we didn't know.
Yes, but I'm not sure they would see it that way.
Do you think if you get imbued, you'll turn into a dragon?
No, probably not. But I'm wondering if we were to get imbued with the blue crystals, that it would just like help our magic indefinitely.
So when you and Fop investigated it before, the blue one seemed to somehow amplify or enhance magic.
Yeah.
And then the purple one was the one that the order was looking at the amethyst, and that one seemed to have the opposite effect. Yeah, dampened or stopped magic. You don't know.
What are you
what
asking about the green one?
I was just thinking we don't actually know. Yeah. I was assuming it was like a knowledge thing, but we didn't ask. We can do that before we leave.
Yeah.
So, would you like to do anything with that conversation?
Unless he comes by again, we can wait till tomorrow. But I think we're going to rest before we go anywhere.
Yeah, well, he will come past at some point. It's still technically like you've just had lunch, so you've got half the day. So he'll come by at some point if you want to grab him and talk to him again. I can bring him
Hopefully
past.
someone else can.
Hello, can I help with anything else?
Can we get? Sorry. Can I get imbued with some crystals, please? The blue one, not your jade one.
We do not currently have any of the blue crystal. The only crystal we extract is this one.
We have some blue crystal.
Oh. May I see?
I step back.
So I assume you pull out the crystal?
Yeah, I pull out the crystal. Why? Just made me nervous, Dren.
He says, okay. Yes, we could use that crystal to imbue you, if you wish.
And her. And I point at Neri.
You can go first.
Cool.
Okay. And he walks over to the table where the tattoo's finished now, the one that was happening, and talks to the person there in their language. And then he gestures for you, Fop, to come over to the chair. And yeah, you notice that they were using 2 bamboo sticks essentially to do the tattooing. So yeah, it's going to be a bit painful, but you can go ahead and get a tattoo if you like.
Excellent. Can I get on my shell?
Yes, you could. So it takes a bit of time. It'll take a couple of hours because they first have to shave down the gem, and then they have to crush it into dust before they can even start. With this green gem, they already have a supply of dust. So they have to take a little bit of time to crush down some of the rock, and any spell slot or anything that you'd put into this one gets not destroyed, but it loses it as they're doing this. And then it takes a bit of time to do that, and then it takes a bit of time to do the tattoo. But before that, the lady Arakoko that is doing the tattoos says, "Is there any sort of pattern you want?"
Oh, yeah. I would like a big megalodon, like fish thing.
Like a shark,
Yes, but bigger.
but big? Okay, not a problem. And then she starts, and it takes around about 2 hours for you to have the tattoo done on your shell, as it takes a long time because it's done with bamboo, and it ends up quite sizable on one of the parts of your shell. And I need you to roll a percentile dice for me. So they're the 2 on the far right, under the chat.
Bear with me. So I think I'm looking in the wrong area. Is it at the bottom right of the chat?
Yeah, so
Right-
it should
right
be
in the
under
corner.
under the bit where you type. There's a load of dice along the bottom. Do you see
Uh-huh.
that? And then it's the one on the furthest right. So there's 2 dice together.
Oh, it says a D100.
Yeah, that's the one. Is that not what I said?
You said percentile.
Oh,
It
yeah,
makes sense
that's-
now. It's
sorry,
100.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
My bad. That's terminology. Okay, 34. Let me see what happens.
You draw it for us, Joe. What it's going to look like.
No, I cannot. This woman who's doing a tattoo is an artist, and I am not.
Well, it's
I
only
am
34
terrible.
roll.
Well, this is to determine the what it
Oh.
imbues him with.
I
I
think it's
just
the
need to
quality
bring
of
up
the-
a no, not quality of the art. It is good
Please do a roll
quality
for
art
that.
by default. No, it's good. Where? Oh, here it is. Okay, so 34. Okay, and you are a wizard. Okay, so I need to. Well, can you roll another percentile dice for me? Quickly. 88. Nice. Just waiting for something to load. 1 second. Okay, so in your spellbook, so I'll add this on. Well, we'll add this on D&D Beyond as well as on Foundry. But in the spellbook, you get 2 new spells that you know and don't count towards the spells that you know each day. And the 2 spells are. When I finally get there. There. My D&D Beyond is taking ages to load for some reason. I think I'm having internet issues, so bear with me. Okay, so you get Hold Person.
Ooh. Good one.
And your second one is.
Is that like
Miss-
an embrace?
Yes, sort of. It's a magical
Not so
keeps them
nice.
in place. Yeah, not so nice. And then
Gentle embrace.
the second one you get is See Invisibility.
Ooh.
So they are added to your spellbook, which means each morning you can prepare them as well as the other ones that you have. Do you already have either of them in your spellbook?
No, they're new now. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you get those 2 spells, which are also on D&D Beyond and on Foundry. That is the effect that you. So it takes you a bit of time afterwards of playing around and working out what the effect was, and yeah, that's what you work out.
Hey, how does it look?
It's still alive. Brilliant. Yeah, looks.
Like turn my shell round.
Yeah, there's a big old shark on his back.
Very interesting choice.
Yeah.
Don't they eat turtles?
Not this one.
How do you feel? What did it do to you?
I learned some new stuff. I think.
Stuff?
Yes.
Like magic?
Yes.
Oh.
I feel like I know a bit more. I don't know. I'll need some time to prepare, but something good happened.
Me next.
Okay, so she asked you the same question. What would you like as your tattoo?
Oh. A dragon, please.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Very original.
Can I
Common
have
up.
it on my open leg.
Okay, so where the split in your dress is.
Yes.
You get it there. Okay,
Very
roll a
nice.
percentile dice again for me, please. Solid 8. Okay, so that is. Okay, so So this one's. Actually, roll percentile again. It says here to choose. No, it says 5. Oh, that actually works out quite well for you, I think. So it imbues you with the ability to. So every time you do fire damage, which is something that you do a fair amount, once per short rest, you can make it do double damage.
Ooh. Okay. Nice.
So that second roll was to work out what element you were going to be able to do double damage with, and you rolled fire, which is literally your element.
Perfect.
So it worked out quite well for you in the end.
Cool.
But yeah, good job. So yeah, once again, it does take about 2 hours again for her to complete it, and for you more so than Fop, it's quite painful because it's on the skin of your leg, whereas Fop was on his shell that has a bit less feeling in it, and isn't a leg. I imagine leg tattoos are not ideal.
Wouldn't know.
So
While they were having those done, I imagine, I don't know about Dren, but is there a way to go and like explore?
yeah, well, within the temple.
Yeah, just see
within
what's,
the temple.
see what's about, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'll do, in fact, is... So this... I'll move you and Dren together while you have a little wander
Come with me,
around.
Dren, but I presume you would.
Yeah, well, I have actually tried all doors during the
All
wait,
that.
but I imagine that none will now be magically opened for us.
But, so you can... This one here is where their store area is. So
Exciting.
Nothing exciting.
Great,
You do
anything.
see that in the top left area there is this. It's sort of a mini temple, and actually you would know, Alicia, that this is the goddess of knowledge. Is what this statue at the front is, being of gods yourself, being a paladin. So you would instantly recognise that this is the goddess of knowledge. Is what this little temple is set up for. And there would be people there worshipping every now and again. This one, although you wouldn't be allowed inside as such, you can get a glimpse when someone walks through, and it looks like it's a big like council meeting room. And then this over here just looks like a little dining area. It's just got tables and another fire in it. And yeah, they're the ones that you can notice. They're the ones that you can actually look into. And then you obviously know the stairs go below the stone. So
What
the
was
big
in the
dragon.
storeroom?
Lots of crates. Are you actually going to go in the storeroom and start looking around?
Oh, I won't rummage through the crates, but while I'm in there, did I notice anything exciting?
So there's
Of
crates
alcohol.
that you would have seen while people were going in there and getting stuff out. There's food, there's drink, there's clothing. Nothing overly exciting. Just the standard stuff you would expect from a storeroom
Okay,
for a quite remote place.
very well. Is there anyone around? I'd like a drink.
Yeah, you can ask for anything and get bought pretty much anything. There are always Aarakocras walking around, going and praying and then going to the food area and walking around, so you can easily grab someone and ask them for something.
Yes, I will. I'll stand near the storeroom. Wait, can I drag myself? There we go.
Okay.
I'll just
Okay.
loiter until someone notices me. I don't directly question
Okay.
someone.
Okay. Someone eventually is like, can I help?
Ah, yes. I'm terribly thirsty. Do you have any wine?
Wine? We only have rice wine. Not sure if that's what you're looking for.
Yes, that'll do. I forget
Okay.
myself for a second. Yes, please. That would be excellent.
Okay, he goes into the storage room, grabs a round bottle of rice wine, and hands it to you. You can see, like, it's obviously made here, and it's slightly separating the liquid in the bottle. And then he shakes it up before handing it to you.
Thank you so much. I smell it. It doesn't smell nice.
No.
I do actually like rice wine, though, so this is great. Listen, look what I got. It's a fine delicacy.
What is it?
Rice wine.
Okay.
Would you like some?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, I walk away and I sit on the bench on my own then, and I start drinking.
I mean, I'll come sit with you.
You've offended him.
Okay.
I didn't mean to offend your wine.
No, I didn't make it. Yeah, it's fine. No bother. No bother.
Is it nice?
It is extremely strong, is what it is.
Yeah, it was good.
I can see from your face that you're enjoying it.
My eyes are watering a little bit. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's nice.
Tears of
Very
joy?
nice. Yeah. Nice.
And you continue enjoying your wine. Well, Alicia, make sure you don't die. Don't pass out immediately. Is there anything else anyone would like to achieve?
I just want to ask about the stone next time the owl comes along.
The stone. Oh,
The
okay,
gem,
yeah.
the big gem.
He hates us.
You
Every time he
can-
passes by, we're like, excuse me!
I'm trying to like make the gaps between my questions like last the whole day, so it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like I'm bothering him.
Every 10 minutes, yeah. Got it.
Every 2
So-
hours that we're here.
So yeah, he notices you're looking to talk to him and walks over.
Yeah.
How
I
may
might-
I
might
help?
be standing over here, and that'd be why he comes over. I just wanted to know what the properties of this were. The others that we've come across, they seem to have different ones, and this is a new color.
Yes, we believe that the properties of this, as you call it, are all around increasing the capacity of your brain in a way. Gaining knowledge, I guess, is the easier way of saying it.
Okay, I wondered
Um,
if it was something like that. It seems like that's what this whole place is about.
Yes, so the most of the time we imbue people with tattoos, they find it easier to seek, find, and understand knowledge in the world, even that which is not magical.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Thank you. That is all. I don't want
He
to bother him too
nods.
much. Leave.
Nods before wandering off.
Okay, that's everything. I think.
Okay. Anyone else want to achieve anything while they're here? You've got some rest before you go on.
Alicia. 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 Ah, I thought you were daydreaming. Have you had any weird visions or anything? Sort of looking her up and down, inquisitively.
Why'd you ask?
Because those two have. First a vision Neary had, and then Fox hearing voices. It's getting weird.
Can't say that I've had any weird things happen to me since we've been here.
Ah, good.
Have you? Have
Good.
you?
No. Nothing. Nothing at all. I was just checking if I was alone, since you're all magical in your own way. That wasn't
You're
meant to
magical
sound
too,
nice.
Dren.
No. That's the rice wine. Okay, just checking. That's good. As you were. I'll continue drinking.
You take a big old swig out of the bottle again.
Starts crying.
So yeah, he starts crying to himself. Okay.
Struggling.
Well, if you are staying the night, they will manage to muster up some sort of quarters. You realise that some of the only way to actually get to the upper floors or the upper balconies of this temple is by flying. There's no stairs or anything like that because they generally don't need them. So they essentially set you up in the room that had the tables in where people dine for the night, so that you can rest. And there's also a fire there in case it gets cold at night, so you can keep warm. And yeah, you get a good night's sleep. So if you need to, make sure to do a long rest before the morning comes.
I'll do it
I
for the
don't
role
think-
play.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually. Oh no, you did need to recover 1 hit dice. So yeah, if everyone does a long rest then, in case there's anything that needs recovering. Yeah, and in this morning then, Fop, you can also choose see invisibility or hold person as your spells of choice. If you would like to, but we can decide that for next session if you like. Rather than you having to work out what they do this session. I will make sure to put it in. Okay. Does anyone want to do anything before you head off back up the ascent of the mountain, but this time on carpet?
No, just thank
Think
the
so.
owl and say
Yeah.
goodbye.
Okay, cool. Okay, as you leave, it is a nicer day than it has been previously. The last few days there have been a light drizzle, but today the sun beats down and it seems like quite a nice day. And as you go out into the courtyard in the front, you first roll open the carpet and then you stand on it and you speak the command word and it goes upwards and all of you fall off balance slightly and have to get your balance, as this is the first time any of you have been on a flying carpet or a flying implement before. And it takes a little bit of time to get used to, so you just sort of fly slowly around the courtyard for a little while so you can all get used to how it works. Before you then make your way above the treetops and you can see the mountain beyond. As you look downwards though, so Neri, as you're steering, the rest of you can look around wherever you like. You see even more boats of the Order are coming in from a distance. Maybe 6 more this time round are coming in. And you see that just off the shore there's already a pretty big group of ships that has amassed, and even more are coming. So you assume there's some quite big stuff that is happening, or that they've made some big findings.
Okay.
We'll say Dren, you're the one that notices that with your ranger vision, ranger eyes in the distance.
How many do I see?
So 6 new ones are coming in from quite far off on the horizon.
How far are we when we can see this from the temple?
So you've just gone above the tree line, so you're only just above the
Okay.
temple, really.
So not more than 120 feet.
Probably about 100 feet.
Okay.
So who sees it? Just me at the moment with my
Yeah.
keen eyesight. Okay.
Just you.
Okay.
Guys, I think I'm not sure if it's after effects of a rice wine, but it looks like as many as 4 boats are down in the water. Wait, no, 6, 5.
Oh no.
There's some boats. It looks like more of the Order. Do you see them down there?
Just about,
Pointing frantically.
I think.
Over down. No, that way. Over there.
See them?
Yes, we see. We see.
Yeah,
There's nothing
you'll
we
see
can do
off in the
about
distance.
this.
As you start your ascent, or would you like to do anything else now that you've seen this?
No.
Okay. So as you start your ascent, once again, you're going quite slow at first, so you can all get used to how the carpet works. And there's points where Neri starts to sort of make it lean back a bit, and people feel like they're about to fall off, and then levels it out. And it takes you a little while to get used to it, but eventually you do manage to get used to how it works without flipping the rest of your party off of the carpet. And as you're well, how would you like to ascend? Are you still going to keep like relatively close to the ground or to the top of the trees, but just go upwards, or are you going to try and keep far away from the trees?
The top of the trees.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I've normally been averse to magic, but being on the magic carpet, it's exhilarating.
Ooh.
I have grabbed the tassels on the corner of the thing, assuming it's like the Aladdin magic carpet, and I've steered it upwards.
So
The moon.
I would say yeah, like maybe not just close to the ground so that we can't see anything new. It would be good to get like a different vantage point from up
Okay.
here, but so that we feel safe still if anyone is actually gonna fall.
Okay. everyone give me perception checks then, while you're keeping relatively close to the ground or to the tree line.
It's not a good day for me.
Dren, with your ranger eyes again. Actually, Dren and Fop. Fop also got above a 15. So Dren and Fop, with your eyes as Neri is keeping control of this carpet, you're looking down below, just below all the shrubbery and the leaves that you're above, and you see some creatures that seem to be keeping up with your carpet, but just on the ground. And you watch them for a little while, and they definitely seem to be trying to keep the same course of your carpet. And they look like, yeah, so with your perception checks, you can see what they look like. They look like large, vicious dogs, but they have 2 heads, each of them.
Oh.
And they seem to be traversing this with great speed and with quite ease as they're leaping over logs and dodging out of the ways of bushes. And yeah, they are definitely trying to keep the trail that you're taking, but they're just much lower than you are.
Holy
They're on the
cow.
ground.
Do you see that, Fop?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Well, I think they're here for you, so.
Well, yeah, you should be absolutely fine.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I will quickly share with you a picture. There you go. Found one.
Feels so safe.
Enjoy that, Fop.
So you, so from with your perception checks, you see about 4 of them, all in a sort of pack, chasing you, but obviously unable to get you as you are in the air.
Okay,
And-
confession time. I killed those guys after we left them tied up, and I was really upset about my blanket, and I'm really sorry. And now I think because I killed those guys that these things are here.
Are you serious?
You murdered some men over a blanket,
Yeah.
and now we're being hunted by these demon hounds
Unconfirmed, but
because of a blanket.
potentially.
I
A
give
blanket.
thumbs up. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. I wanted to kill them. I didn't say that out loud.
Dren, they will have really good meat. I promise you.
I don't doubt it. Especially once I'm done cooking.
And on that bombshell, we will finish for the week then, as Fop finally admits to the rest of the party that he murdered some of the guards while they were tied up.
I'm resisting the urge to push him off the magic carpet right now.
Yeah, anyway.
well, you see, Neri is definitely giving you evils, Fop.
I,
My
um,
hand is twitching.
In the final moment of the session, I take my book out of the boot again as secretly as I can, even though we're all cramped on the carpet. And I write in there 2-headed demon dog, and underneath it I write Fop. I put it away.
Right,
Yeah,
one of
you
us
put-
definitely sees this.
I'm definitely trying to look at what he's writing.
I feel like
Like-
everyone
Yeah.
sees it. But
I'm
Yeah.
hunched over it, so like maybe you can't see what is written, but you can see obviously I'm writing something quickly and
you can
Trying
see
to
like
hide.
the
Bren's
few
not
top
subtle.
things.
I feel like you think you're subtle, but you're actually not, and we can all just see what you're writing.
Yeah.
I feel like you see like the top things and realise it's a what I want to eat book. You see like the crocodile crossed out. That. Nice. Well, thank you all for playing, and thank you all for coming and watching again. I see that KK, you're back. Thank you for joining us again, and Mel, thank you for watching as well. And we will be back next Tuesday at the same time to see how the party are going to deal with the deaf dogs below them. And yeah, how the party are going to deal with Fop now that they know that he is a cold-blooded murderer. So, tune in next Tuesday to see that. But still, next time, happy gaming. Done. We're off.